I was just going through my laptop looking at some old performance work that I have done, and I just remembered one that I didn't ever tell you about.
Go on.
And it's partly because, yeah.
Because what?
No, well, I can tell you about it now because, I mean, you know most of my work anyway, but I didn't tell you about this one at the time that I performed it. But it was called Seedbed.
Called what?
Seedbed.
Seedbed.
Yeah, one word. So it's Seedbed. And basically, it was in a gallery that we'd hired out, and it was just a simple, like a white cube gallery, as you'd usually expect. And I had constructed this ramp on the floor, all over the floor. So the floor, so obviously the ramp covered the entire floor, and I was situated underneath that ramp, so that visitors would come in and walk along the gallery floor, but not aware that I was underneath it, until obviously they could hear. Sorry?
Did you have clothes on?
I mean, I'll get to that part in a minute, but basically what I was doing underneath the ramp, I was responding to the visitors' footsteps and their movements around, and I was creating these kind of fantasies about them. So I would basically masturbate while the visitors were walking above me, and that would kind of fuel.
I don't hear anything else.
That would kind of fuel like the sexual fantasies. And so there was kind of speakers around the room that I'd speak into a microphone, and I'd have this kind of monologue through the speakers in which I'd kind of describe the performance that I was doing. So I'd say stuff like, you're pushing your cunt down on my mouth, and you're pressing...
Oh my God, Emma.
And you're pressing your cunt down on my mouth, and like you're pressing your cock on my tits, and you're ramming your cock down into my ass. And I just like kind of say these over the speakers, so obviously then the audience could hear the... Sorry?
It's disgusting.
And so the audience could see, or not see, they couldn't see me, but they could hear the kind of sounds that I was making.
The disgusting language.
And I could hear their footsteps, obviously, above me, whilst I was masturbating.
That's disgusting.
And like and like now and then, like you could hear me like come. And so when I came, I'd say things like, I've done this for you.
Why are you telling me this?
I've done this with you. I've done this to you, kind of stuff like that. Yeah.
What are you on about? Why on earth did you do that? It's disgusting. What the fuck?
Well, I didn't tell you at the time, but I thought I'd tell you now.
Why are you telling me now then? I'd rather have not known. I just didn't want that image in my head. I really didn't need that, thanks.
Well, it's one of my, like, it's one of my most kind
Why are you telling me? Because you're going to do this again then or something?
Well, I will probably re-perform it again in the future, yeah.
Oh, God, I don't even want to know, Emma, seriously. I just don't want to know.
I mean, you don't have to come see it. I mean, if you did, that'd be a bit weird, because...
I just thought we'd go see that. And what do you mean? Why? You're obviously planning to perform this.
Sorry?
That's what you're telling me. You obviously are planning to perform it because you're saying to me about going to see it.
No, I've already...
About not going to see it.
Mum, I'm saying I'd probably re-perform it again in the future. I haven't obviously set a date or obviously with what's going on at the moment.
Oh
but
my God! Why the hell would you perform something like that again? And why did you even do it in the first place? It's disgusting. Seriously. You went to St. Martin's just for that. Disgusting.
he got a lot of praise. It's
Don't
one
give
of
a
my
fuck
most
what he
notable
got.
works.
Oh, whatever, Emma. I'm not even interested. It's just disgusting. I don't even know why you've even told me. I honestly don't even know why you've even told me that. I'd have rather have not known.
I don't know.
I do not thought other stuff. That's the worst.
This one is the worst. It's one of the best performances.
Yeah, it's the worst. Oh, is it? Well, it's one of the worst that I've ever heard in my life. It's disgusting. I think that's what my daughter did. Oh my God. I can't even. It's just disgusting. And you're proud of that?
Yeah, I mean, it took a lot of work.
I don't want to know anymore, thanks. It took a lot. Well, it obviously took a lot out of you. Fuck me.
Anyway, well...
So what inspired you to do that? Where is your inspiration for that?
Well, always know that I'm interested. You've always known that I'm interested in, like, the private and the public. And I guess that's something that... Sorry?
I just don't understand. I don't understand where... Sometimes I just don't understand. Sometimes I'm, like, really embarrassed and I think, oh, my God... And I'm actually really embarrassed with that one. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay. Well, anyway.
I don't even know why you even told me. You know what? It would have been better not telling me.
I have some documentation photographs of it.
I don't want to say it, thanks. And you obviously realise that it must have been so bad at the time. Because you always tell me every performance, and when I say I hate it, it's because then you know that it's going to be perfect and brilliant and everyone else will love it, because I hate it. But obviously that one was so bad that you couldn't even tell me. And now I've just told you that it's the worst one that I've ever heard.
That's not very fair, is it?
Well, it is, because obviously then you'll know it's the best then. If it's the worst one I've ever heard, then it's got to be your best.
Yeah, well, perhaps it is.
Whatever.
Well, anyway, you know about it now, so I'm gonna go.
Oh, I wonder what else. I don't know. Wonder what else will come out of the little woodwork.
Okay, Mum. I'll speak to you
tomorrow.
Good night.
Bye, bye.
Bye, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.